Hello, this is Brian Purdy with the Florida Aviation Network. Today we're going to take a look at the Volunteer Center located in the Shoals Campground. This is the place to go if you don't already have a volunteer job to do, or you just show up and say, hey, I got some time and I'd like to help out. Right now we've got a short list of volunteers that are already needed. They were in the kitchen, mission gates, dishwashers, of course, they're at the kitchen. A lot of different things to look at and help out. Some are single days, some are multiple days, some can open a door for you to come here for years to come. It is located right here at the corner of Syack and Forest Home. The sign will be out here pretty much under the tree when things are going. Building 1408 in the shade, so it's really nice. You'll just basically go up to this window and say, hey, I'd like to help, and they'll figure out where you can go. And benefits for helping out, if you do it on a long term, if you do 20 hours during the show, you'll get next year's admission as you're volunteering for that. If you're doing 40 hours, you can actually camp for free also. So today here with Don Knight at the Volunteer Center at Camp Shoals here at AirVenture 2022. He's going to give us a quick rundown of the opportunities available and the importance of volunteers at AirVenture. Hello, Don.
Hey, Brian. Thank you for coming over. We certainly appreciate your volunteerism to help us out and put out a little more information about the Volunteer Center. And so we're here in the Volunteer Center right now, and right behind me is a list of just what happens to be on the board. So it's actually starting next Monday. So on the list up there, you can see what we have at this time. Dishwashers over, and we have our own kitchen over here for volunteers, and I think most people know there's probably like 5,000 volunteers at AirVenture. Well, the Volunteer Center does not take care of 5,000 volunteers, because the big groups like Vintage, Home Builts, Warbirds, and others have their own recruitment methods. Occasionally they do need help, and we do help them out occasionally when they need it. But most of the volunteer work that goes on at the Volunteer Center is from people that come in either before the show or during the show, and they maybe only have an hour or two or 4 hours, a half a day to volunteer, or maybe a day or two near the end if they want to take a break to volunteer. And they come in, a lot of them want to do maybe something specific, which is great if they do. If they don't, they just want to volunteer, and they'll do anything available. So right now, if somebody came in, what the Volunteer Center knows is on the chart right there, which you can probably see because it's been in the video here, so you can see what's on there. But a lot of things are pretty routine. Dishwashing over there, kitchen prep, admission gates. Some of them are date related, like show plane registration, Friday through Wednesday, the 12th, the 21st through the 27th, that kind of thing. So some are date related. We have to sign up ahead of time. But anyways, people come in and want to volunteer. So what's volunteering all about? Well, it's a two-sided thing. It's getting something done that needs to be done, but it's also doing something that you want to do. So if you come in to volunteer, you don't have to do anything. You can, if you don't have something that you want to do, then wait until you can find something that you might want to do, because there's no sense of doing something that you don't want to do. And then, so that's kind of what we do here in the Volunteer Center. Is trying to put jobs together with people that want to do them, whether they're a 2-hour job, a 4-hour job, or a full week job. And the
nice thing about it too, also, they may look like they're insignificant little jobs, but everything is something important at some time.
Yeah. And Brian and I we just got done having breakfast, and we were over and talking to a gentleman that came in earlier this week, and he wanted to work to do something. Didn't care what it was, anything that he could do. And we took him over, and he helped out in the carpenter shop for a while, and then the only job we had at that moment here a day or two ago was dishwashing. Okay, he worked 2 or 3 or 4 days, long days dishwashing, and believe me, they need it, and they need the help over there. So doing these kind of jobs, that kind of volunteerism is not for everybody, just to pick up a job like that. But he jumped in and did it, and today he's doing something different. But anyway, those are the kind of things that are great if you can put somebody together with a job that's needed to be done. And there's, like I say, a lot of jobs that need to be done for a 1-week show getting ready.
And I think it's very good, because this way, you know, people get a chance to try different things, and when it clicks and say, this is where I want to be, you're able to help start that relationship, so it could be a long-term volunteer thing rather than just a temporary job, as it were.
Right, and we have a lot of that happening. People will come over here and they'll do something, and they may stick with the job they did originally from here, or they may find another job. But yeah, a lot of people that I've talked to, we meet through the years, have done just that. They've got hooked up with some particular part of AirVenture, and that's now their niche. And so where do these jobs come from? They can come from the EAA staff. They can come from other volunteer chairmen, like I already mentioned, home builds, North 40, South 40, registration, all kinds of jobs. And so these jobs come in, and sometimes they come in and somebody needs something right away. Well, either we have volunteers right then or we don't. So that's the hard thing to do, but there are a lot of times when people come in at the last minute and need somebody, working on the 1-week wonder. Sometimes they need somebody doing something there, and they want a certain person with certain skills, just like that. And it's not easy, but we try to help, and hopefully we can, but not all the time we can. But so anyway, that's kind of how some of the volunteerism works.
Okay. Well, that's great, Don. And thank you very much for the time that you've spent with us. We're looking forward to helping put this out, and hopefully more people will come by to fill these empty slots, and then maybe even keep coming back in future years once they see how much their effort is appreciated and needed to make the AirVenture experience what it is.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Brian, for doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.